Okay, welcome to another Plexus Ambassador Success School. We are on Zoom number 3. So this is our third meeting so far, our third training, and you can find the other two right here at Donna's Plexus Peeps blog. All right, so I'm going to walk you through that just so that you can get the handout tonight, so you are with me. It looks like this at the top. By the time you get here, it depends on what this all looks like. It may or may not. Like when you go to the home, sometimes we change the cover photo and so on. So don't go by just the photos, but it'll look like this at the top with all of the different links that you can find. Okay, then you're going to click on PASS, Plexus Ambassador Success School. And that is the hub for all of the Zoom training. So everything that you need to see or to know will be right there at the PASS hub. So then, excuse my voice, I have a cold. So then you can scroll down and see, so far this is what we have. Like I said, if you're doing this at a later date, we might have more chapters up. So don't think, oh, this isn't right, because for Zoom 3, this is what you really need. All right, so this is the table of contents. And tonight we are going to dig into chapter 2 for a little bit, which is business building the first month or two, continuing where we left off last week. And then we're going to move into learning about the Plexus products, specifically talking about Slim tonight, and then understanding the compensation plan, digging into our back office again. So let's open up with chapter 2. So if you are with me, and if you have it printed off, like I do here, you can follow along there also. So either way, you can follow along as I open up the documents and screen share with you, or you can follow along on your paper document. So here we go. Click here to download chapter 2. All right, chapter 2, we did a few things out of last week, and so let's just scroll through that chapter. It has been added to, and that's another thing, that as you go through here, and especially if you come later and you try to catch up and do past lessons, which is perfectly fine, and you can even go back and review lessons as time goes on, but as you do that, you may or may not, it may or may not look the same to you. And that is because all of the chapters are going to be added to. As a matter of fact, the first 2 weeks we called this chapter section. So you're still in the right place, but we're now calling them chapters. So we are digging into chapter 2, where we started last week as well. And we went over the introduction and the 3 whys. Somebody who just wants to be a wholesale ambassador and get their products at the lowest cost possible. Somebody who wants to get a few customers to help them pay for their products. And somebody who wants to build a business. So those are the 3 primary whys when you're first starting out as to why you would be learning about Plexus and learning about being a Plexus ambassador. So after those first couple of weeks, which we hope you went over, that was chapter 1. Your very, very first things that you need to know. What is your login? Where do you go to log in? Where do you order? Who am I? And how can you reach me if you need help? All of those things were in that section. So then we had our first steps for the first couple of months. Determine your why, again. Sign up for the blog, Donna's Plexus Peeps, so that it comes via email every time I update the blog for you. And my Facebook page is Plexus to Feel Great. Subscribe to Donna's Plexus Peeps on YouTube. That's also where you'll get updates via email when I put up a new video for you. And start to reach out to people. And we talked about that last week. We're going to continue on that being this week as well. And then have income producing activity. All right, quickly, let's just go back to Appendix C and bring your attention to this, the Network Marketers Planner. So keep in mind that the appendices are at the very back, regardless of how many chapters we have up at the time that you're on. But the Network Marketers Planner is free for you and any Plexus ambassadors. We sell it at Etsy, but it's free to you, and it looks like this, and it looks like just like your screen looks here. So you can print it in grayscale if you don't want to use colored ink. All right, and this is basically a monthly planner. So you print it out for the month, and you put your customers and team members there on the list. And this is August 1st, so this is a really good time to start this. I printed mine and started mine for the new month today. So you put all of your customers and your ambassadors there, and then in these spots you'll put whatever you do for them that week. So if you've followed up on them, if you sent them a sample of something, if they ask you a question and you answered it, if you sent them a link of something, whatever you've done for them, you'll put in there each week. The next page is a prospects. These are people that you're reaching out to tell them about either the Plexus business or the Plexus products or both. And the same thing will happen there. And then there's a repeat, another customer and team member page for those of you who have large teams, and then another prospect page for those of you who have a lot of people in your funnel. Last week I talked about the funnel. Here's what you want to do every day, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there are videos all about this. You will either do this 6 days a week, 5 days a week, 4 days a week, 3 days a week, 2 days a week, 1 day a week, depending on what your why is and how big you want to grow a business, how big you want your business to become, how much time you have to allot for your Plexus business and so forth. And then your ABC exercises for business building, which we will talk about next time. So that is just what that means. Whenever it says, let's go back to our next page. Let me see, chapter 2. I must have gone out when I went into the Network Marketers Planner. So I'm going to go back to chapter 2 again. And those are the first 5 steps for these first couple of months. Your first steps after your first couple of weeks. All right, so the Network Marketers Planner is also available at the blog. So if you come here to the blog, you can also find it by coming up here to printable documents. And it is there. And it also has, if you just want to go print that off, or if you want to send this link to one of your ambassadors to help them build their business, and then you go right here, the Network Marketers Planner, you click on that, and it has the downloadable Network Marketers Planner. Let me see if I can scroll down for you. Okay. And then it also has the videos that go with it. So everything is at the blog that you might need to grow your business. Obviously, you'll use your back office, you'll use YouTube videos, and so forth as well. All right, so back to chapter 2 and business building. The next thing that we went over, that I want to touch on again, is sharing Plexus on Facebook last week. So you want to go back to lesson 2, Zoom 2. I showed you how to use your smartphone to save memes, graphics, and so forth, and share them on Facebook. Additionally, these are 3 very important videos. These are 3 of what will probably become, 6 or more. But these are super important because they explain what to do if you have a shared page with your spouse, what to do if you have like a family-only page and you want to know how to branch out and still keep your family-only page. It tells you how to share, what times a day, just all that good information is there on those 2-3 videos. All right, and I also talked about sharing products, and there's a video there also. And these are basically just things that you might use to share with others, and they are flyers and so forth. So if you are ready to start ordering flyers to pass out to people, you can go there. Learning what to say to people. This is where I wanted to come in here for a few minutes. All right, so when we talk about what to say to people, there are different levels. And when we get into future lessons, a lot more detail about messaging somebody, what to say to them, and then when they say something to you, what to say back, and the back and forth that you might have with potentials, as well as just how to drip content to them gradually, as opposed to just saying, here's everything I want you to know about Plexus. Can you read all these links? Can you watch all these videos? And then can you order? Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to drip content to them. But right now, what you need to know in your first couple of months is your 30-second elevator speech. I've got a video there from I believe it's a Diamond Ambassador, talking about that 30-second elevator speech. That is when somebody says to you, well, what do? And you say, oh, I'm a Plexus Ambassador. It's a health supplement company, and it helps people with gut health and inflammation and weight management. Have you ever heard of it? What do you want to say? What do you want to say in that 30 seconds? Or do you want to say, I'm an ambassador, a distributor for Plexus Health Supplements. I've been taking them for a few months, and now I sleep like a baby, and I'm losing weight and losing inches, and my inflammation is gone, and I just feel great. You have 30 seconds of what you want to say without saying, we have 15 products, and our best one is Triplex, and Slim, you drink it in a water bottle, and you just shake it up. And so just narrow that down to that 30 seconds, that give and take. Some of the videos talk about how you can say, oh, I lean in, and you can say, oh, I am a representative for a health supplement company called Plexus. And then if they say, really, what's that? Then Almay Darling talks about how you can say, you've never heard of Plexus? I can't believe that. It's getting so popular right now because so many people are getting help with it. So what is your style? You know, how do you want to go about this? And how do you want to give people that 30-second elevator speech? Right, that was Josiah. Can you call him back? All right, then learn a 5-minute what is Plexus message. Here we have our 5-minute what is Plexus message. So this is beyond the elevator speech. So you got your 30-second presentation, and now you want to know your 5-minute presentation. And that is, what do you say to somebody who agrees to hear you for a few minutes, right? The person who agrees to not just listen to your 30 seconds, but to listen to more than that. And what do you say to that person? How do you tell that person about Plexus in a succinct manner? This is another video by, I can't remember who it's by, but it's, I know it's a Jewel, and just giving that 5-minute message. Okay, so then the next 2 videos are my videos. And the first one is sharing Plexus via Facebook Messenger. And it talks a little bit about how to share Plexus, how to ask questions. Okay, so I'm going to give you summaries of these 2 videos, and then you can go watch them. They are about 12 to 15 minutes each. Usually my videos aren't over 15 minutes because you don't know how to save them beyond 15 minutes, so I'm not that tech savvy here. But basically, with the Facebook Messenger one, it talks about either when somebody asks you or when you want to contact somebody. So when you want to contact somebody about Plexus, you might say something from your 30-second elevator speech, like, you know, you probably have seen my messages or my post on Facebook about Plexus and how much it has helped my sleep and my indigestion and my leg cramps, and how I'm finally losing inches and pounds again, even though I'm over 50. And I wondered if you would be open to hearing more about it. You know, whatever you want, however you want to approach that person, and it'll be individualized. It's very important when you message somebody on Facebook or texting or emailing that you don't just copy and paste a section of text and send it to that person, that you make it personal. So, you know, you don't want to act all fake, you know, like, oh, you know, I'm so glad we're friends on Facebook, da, 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 da. Oh, do you want to know about Plexus? Instead, you know, you want it to be natural. Hopefully it's somebody that you've already been talking to in other arenas, so it doesn't feel fake to that person. So that person feels like you were really genuine, you know, just messaging them with sincerity and being very genuine when you message them. You know, hey, I am having such great results with Plexus, and these products, especially the Plexus Slim and the BioCleanse, are helping me so much. Would you be open to hearing more about it, or would you like to get together for coffee and talk about it, or could I send you a sample? You know, whatever level of interest you think that person has. That's where we'll leave it for now. We'll talk more about dripping information later, but and just going about it in that way. Being sure that you ask a lot of questions. For example, when somebody contacts you and they say, you know, hey, I keep seeing you talk about Plexus. What can you tell me about it? And after a while, people will do that. And I can remember when it first happened to me, I was like, yes, it finally happened. Everybody said it would, but it finally did. And so then you can question back. The thing is that you want to keep things going back and forth. So you don't want to end it, and you don't want to leave it open-ended. You want them to be able to respond. So instead you say, if they ask you, you would say, oh, I'd be happy to tell you about Plexus. Tell me a little bit about what your health goals are. And then you're putting it back in their court. And then they contact you again. And you say, oh, I understand about the whole bloating problem. I had that situation really badly. In weight management, I thought I was never going to start losing weight again once I hit 50. So I can totally understand. Would you like to learn about Plexus by getting together, or by a phone call, or what? And then you can just leave it, and then you go back and forth with your person like that. And so you want it to be genuine, you want it to be open-ended, you want it to be back and forth. You don't want to solve all the problems right up front, because then you don't have an opportunity for dialogue. What I found is after we message for a little bit, I like to offer them a free sample. And so then I'll say, hey, I would love to send you a free sample in the mail. If you would shoot me your postal mailing address, I'll get that out to you. And usually by that time, I'm going to get a couple samples for you. I had this beside me, but I don't. Usually by that time, by the time we had some back and forth, it's really great because they're like, oh yeah, that'd be great. And guess what? When you send them that sample via postal mail, you can send them more information. So I talked about this a little bit last week, but I want to show you again this week since we're at this point in the messaging. You can send a sample like this, you can do a number of things. You can take a Slim sample and you can staple it to your business card like these. And again, this video right up here with where it says ordering products to share with people, sharing products, that video right there tells about all of these products and where to order them and how to use them. So, but when you're at this point and you've got this back and forth going, then it's a great time to offer a free sample. When you send them a free sample, you want to be sure that you give other information. Don't just stick a Slim in the mail, because you've got this opportunity. You're already spending the $1.50 on the Slim or whatever, depending on how you purchase yours. I buy mine in the eight pack retail pack and sell some and share some and do some. But don't just send us in the mail. You have this great opportunity. So you can attach it to a business card. If you don't have anything, you can go onto the blog. If you haven't ordered anything yet, you can go onto the blog, print off 10 ways to drink the pink, or print off the Triplex article, or print off the Plexus Slim Advantages article, something that you can stick in with it for them to read, okay? So either attach this to your business card or tape it to one of these, which has all your contact info on here. This is from Nanny Graphics. Stick one of these in, either the Triplex, which tells, this is what I like to stick in because it tells about our anchor product, all three, Slim, BioCleanse, and Bio 5. I like to stick this in with the sample, and then guess what? Now, a couple of days later, we can say, hey, I sent your Slim sample in the mail. Did you receive it yet? And they say yes. You still have this back and forth going. And then at that point, you can say, great, I'm going to send you another article about 10 ways to drink the pink if you didn't send that yet, or 3 more tips for drinking the pink, or another article about Slim, or this, I'm going to send you a link to a video about Slim. We're going to get to that in here in just a few minutes. I'm going to send you a video link, and tell me what you think after you taste it. All right. Now, keep in mind that when you send one sample, this isn't for them to lose weight, feel great, sleep well, get rid of pain, and all that. Two or three purposes in this. First purpose is for them to taste it and see how cherry Tootsie Pop flavored it is. The second goal is to let them see how easy it is to shake it up and drink it. You don't need a shake blender. You don't need a shake mixer or whatever. You just shake. The third reason is to keep the lines of communication open and to give them more information, right? So either with this Triplex or this other one is good too. Again, these are all there. All right, so then that is when you're sharing via Messenger. Now, if your person says that he or she wants to meet in person and learn more about Plexus, you have got a great opportunity. Because at that point, you can say, great, let's get together at my house, at a coffee shop, at a Sunday school class, at McDonald's, Starbucks, wherever you want to. And you take a room temperature water bottle, you take Slim, you take a catalog, and if you're not comfortable, you can also use, let me just take you to this real quick, let's go back here, let's search for Slip and See. You can come onto the blog and find the Slip and See, and you can use these videos if you'd rather not talk. You can just use these 2 8-minute videos. One is about the Plexus product, and one is about, go through here. One is about the Plexus products. There it is, the professional video from Plexus. And one is about the business opportunity. So you can kind of gauge what your person is. Your person interested in the business aspect, or is she just interested in learning about the products? You can use those videos also. You can use this. You could come equipped with nothing more than this and your Slim sample. Go through this flyer. Plexus Slim has these benefits, these ingredients, this nutritional data, this is a summary, and so forth. Of course, if you're a fairly new ambassador, you have your product cards. These are super for getting together with people. So you have a lot of options at your disposal to use when you get together with somebody. Again, it depends on whether the person contacted you or you contacted the person, whether the person is interested in weight loss or health, or just general supplement, natural supplements. Some people spend a lot of money on supplements that aren't nearly as good or as natural, plant-based, healthy as Plexus supplements. So some people just want better supplements. Or whether they're interested in the business. All of those things will factor into what you do when you share Plexus in person. All right, let's keep going because I'm going to run out of time because I do want to get to your back office tonight. and I do want to talk about the product. So let's move over to chapter 3. There's just chapter 2. Let's get with Marketers Planner. Okay, let me go back here. All right, we're going to go back to Plexus Ambassador Success School at the top of the blog. All right, pass. We are going to come down here to chapter 3. Chapter 3 is about the products. So last week we talked briefly, or I talked briefly, I always hate to say we when you guys are listening. I talked briefly about triplex. And again, all of the chapters of the past binder have links. They have links to articles, they have links to videos, and links to other things within the blog. And all of those links are just ways for you to get your full education in Plexus, right? You can come out of this past training going through each chapter, going through every one of the appendixes, and watching all of these links and reading all these links, and you will be very educated in Plexus in an incremental manner. But here we are, chapter 3, the products. That's just an introduction. I talked about that last week. This is an introduction to triplex. I talked about that last week. But again, look here. All of these hyperlinks are here for you. You can click on, you can right-click, open link in new tab, and you won't even leave chapter 3. See how handy that is? And then you can go right back, and you'll be right there on chapter 3. Or you can left-click, and then you'll be going out of chapter 3. But if you right-click, then you have the choice to open link in new tab, see? And then that keeps your chapter 3 right here. So these videos here, or these links rather, for triplex, right? These are some that you can share with people also. And when we get to the chapter on nothing but messaging, that whole chapter is going to be messaging. I will have all the links for all the different videos and suggestions for when to use which one. This one is my favorite short video from a health coach because it is 3 minutes and 31 seconds long. There she is. What are we doing here? I have her talking. Okay. There's rarely a person that I talk to about Plexus that I do not send this 3 minute and 30-second triplex video for a number of reasons. For one thing, it's very short. For another thing, it is by a health coach, a certified health coach, and people are a lot of times drawn to that, impressed by that, more apt to listen to somebody. And I like to give third-party validation. I'm not the only one who thinks these products are great. Let's look at the health coach. Let's look at this nutritionist, and let's see what they say also. The second one on that list was this one. And that's another favorite, and that's a 4-minute one. And I like it a lot, although she talks, she is a nutritionist, certified nutritionist. And so she always recommends that somebody go to their doctor first. And that's totally up to the individual. Plexus doesn't say you have to go to your doctor before you start on Plexus supplements. She does mention that in this video. So I use this a little bit less frequently, especially if I think it's somebody who's going to think, oh, I got to go to the doctor. I'm less apt to use this one because starting on Plexus supplements is no different than going, as far as, whether you need doctor permission, is no different than going into GNC and getting some supplements off the shelf. You don't go to your doctor before you go to GNC, And so I'm less apt to use this one, but I do use this one, and it is short also, and it's very good training for you. So back to chapter 3, here are the triplex links: how to take your products, a suggested schedule. This is in other chapters too, but you always want to give your customers that after they buy the triplex. When you feel like you're detoxing, so forth, and the ingredient list. Now, I want to dig in today to Plexus Slim, and I have some outstanding video links for you here that are way better than I am, way more knowledgeable than I am about the products. I've been taking the products for 8 months. This is now, I guess almost 9 months. This is August 1st, 2016. I've been a sharer for almost 7 months, 6.5 months, as far as selling the products and really building a business. So these people here are way more knowledgeable than I am about them. But I do want to walk through this stuff with you because I want you to be able to use this chapter fully to educate yourself on the products. So this is a full product training, the video here. It's long, but it is outstanding. It's actually the best one I've seen, and I've watched dozens as far as all the products, but it is all the products. So you might want, if you're trying to just stay with the Zoom training rather than getting ahead and doing too much all at one time, then you might want to go into this and just watch the Slim one this week. And then next week, just watch the whatever. I think next week might be BioCleanse. I'm not sure the order yet. Can't remember what's next for my own curriculum. Okay, and then here's another Almay Darling one about Plexus Slim. It's 4 minutes long. And here's another nutritionist, dietitian, Jennifer Pickett. I believe she's a Diamond Ambassador. I think Almay is an Emerald or Sapphire. I'm not sure because these are a little bit older. They might both be Diamonds now. And that's a 5-minute training. But I just really like these because they are by a certified, nutritionists and dietitians and things. Now, don't let that, detract from what you're doing, because you are a product of the product. I'm a product of the product. And while I might not be, as great on nutrition or, as much as a dietitian or a master nutritionist, and those are good for giving third-party validation. At the same time, we are products of the product, and we know what these products do for us. So I don't want to take away from that. And I don't want anybody to feel like, well, she's giving us all this stuff by, nutritionists, the dietitians. So, I can't talk about it because I don't know what they know. I don't either, but I can still talk about it. So let's talk about Slim. Okay, the general info here. Hopefully you're in chapter 3 with me. Plexus Slim comes like this, as you all know. It has 3 carbs per serving and 10 calories per serving. Sometimes I've had a few people who have been on very, very low carb diets, like 20 carbs a day, and they're very concerned about the 3 carbs that are in Slim. So some of the things that you can say to that person is, first of all, that this is 3 carbs, but it's all natural carbs. So it's not a grain carb, it's not a sugar carb, it's not a starch carb. It is more similar to eating a bowl of green beans. That's how I like to explain it. A bowl of green beans has roughly 3 carbs in it. It would be, as far as nutritional quality, value, that type of thing, it'd be more similar to eating a bowl of green beans than it would be to eating, 3 jelly beans or something. So just pointing out to the person who's on that very low carb diet that this is going to help you process carbs better. So the 3 carbs are really inconsequential. All right, natural berry flavor. Some people say that it tastes like a cherry Tootsie Pop, or it's also described as cherry pomegranate. I've had 2 or 3 people who really haven't liked the flavor, and I've been just shocked because this is my Diet Coke replacement. So, and again, that brings me to another thing about sharing when you're new, right? I could say a month in, I had lost 1 size, I could sleep, I was off my restless leg medicine, and I gave up my 20-year Diet Coke addiction. Right? You don't have to have this big, long testimony. I've lost 30 pounds. I've gone down 3 sizes. I'm off of all of the prescriptions. You don't have to have all of that to start sharing. You share wherever you're at. And I like the taste of Slim well enough that it replaces my Diet Coke. Obviously, just not the taste of it is not the only thing that caused me to give up my Diet Coke addiction, because I tried lemonades and all kinds of things before and wasn't able to give up my Diet Coke addiction. It is because of the body balancing properties of Triplex that cause you to not crave bad foods. All right, it's fast and easy. Just add water, shake, and go. It's not a meal replacement. There's no blender needed. It's gluten-free, 100% vegetarian. It's best mixed in room temperature water. I usually mix it in here in room temperature water. It's my water bottle. I use this. It holds 20 ounces. I use 5 or 6 times a day, once or twice for Slim, and 3 or 4 times for ice water. It's just amazing. It's cold. But I start in here, shake, and I put some ice in it. When you shake it into an ice cold water bottle, it will clump. So this is important when you go out to share it with other people because they're like, it's not shaking up, it's not mixing up. So you want to be sure that you realize that. You can add other things to it: ice, lemon, lime, stevia, strawberries. But you just don't want to add any calorie items to it. I mean, lemons and limes and a couple strawberries aren't going to add many calories. You don't want to add calories to it. You don't want to add necessarily, because you're not trying to make a meal out of it. And you don't want to add artificial sweeteners. So anyway, you want it to retain its properties. And it is a natural product. As a matter of fact, my son-in-law was like, your water bottle's got mold in the lid. He's doing dishes here one day. He's like, your water bottle's got mold in the lid. You need to wash this sometimes. And then I kind of find out that I didn't really wash my water bottles that much prior to Slim. And because it is natural, it's a plant-based product, I actually had mold in my lid because of never washing it, because it's a food. It's a real food. It's a real vegetable. It's a real plant item. So it's the sweetener and the color are even creative natural ingredients. So there's nothing unnatural in Plexus Slim. There's nothing unnatural in Plexus Slim. So the sweetener is stevia, leaf extract, and low-hang fruit extract. I heard somebody say that on the video, and I can't remember how they said it now. It's colored with beet juice, which, oh my word, I'm like a 10-year-old in my eating, and I drink it. So what does that tell you? I would never eat beets. Never. All right, so general benefits. Generally speaking, these are the things that the back office will say, that the that the product bag will say, so forth. Blood sugar stabilization. You probably have heard that it was originally created for type 2 diabetics to help them balance their blood sugars. And then the test groups who were type 2 diabetics who were testing Plexus Slim, they were on the products and they lost weight. Every one of them lost weight in the subject study. And so then they decided, you know what, this could really work as a weight loss product, as a weight loss supplement. And the benefit, of course, is the blood sugar stabilization. That creates benefits across the board with sleep, mood, mental clarity, craving, balanced body, and so forth. The typical diet wreaks havoc on glucose levels. We have this up and crash and more sugar. It's like one of the ambassadors I heard describe it as, you gas, break, gas, break, gas, break. And Slim just balances that so that you don't have those crashes. A strong correlation between your blood sugar being stabilized and your natural biorhythms, which is one reason why people, even before they get the BioCleanse and ProBio in their system, they start sleeping better. Like if you follow the schedule, it has like 3 days of Slim only, and then you add one BioCleanse and one ProBio and so forth, following that schedule. Even people who do not have the BioCleanse in their system yet, they start to sleep more sometimes on the second and third day of Plexus Slim, because there's such a strong correlation between blood sugar being stabilized and your natural biorhythms. So all of a sudden your wakefulness is better, your rest is better, your sleep is better. It works on insulin to allow sugar to get to our cells, our brains, our muscles, and it makes it more efficient. So it's not just stuck in the bloodstream, stored as fat. Plexus Slim also decreases cholesterol and lipids. There's a typo there. Controls appetites, prevents food cravings, and helps with pain relief and inflammation. The main ingredients in Plexus Slim, there are 4. The first one is the primary ingredient, and then it's got 3 ingredients that are proprietary blend of chlorogenic acid, Garcinia cambogia, and alpha lipoic acid. So let's start up here with the primary ingredient, which is chromium polynicolate. And I was going to remember how to pronounce that too. On the Biphonic Woman, I can spell it, but I can't pronounce it. And this is a good kind of chromium. I guess there are chromiums out there that are not good for you. So this is what our body needs. It's an essential element. And we actually studied this in homeschooling with our kids in our nutrition part of our school. And sure enough, we learned that chromium is an essential element and that we are most of us are deficient in it. Chromium burns carbohydrates and fat. It builds lean muscles, and it's crucial in moving blood sugar into the cells so that they can be used for energy. The building lean muscle, this is the reason why even just on Slim alone, people will sometimes lose a size in the first couple of weeks. They might not lose any weight, but it targets fat, it burns fat, but it retains lean muscle. And so, the whole muscle weighs more than fat. No, muscle doesn't weigh more than fat. People say, well, you might be losing weight, but, muscle weighs more than fat. So you're probably just gaining muscle. A pound is a pound, right? It doesn't matter if it's a pound of butter or a pound of feathers. A pound of butter is this big. A pound of feathers is this big, right? And that's the same thing with fat, with muscle versus fat. So you got this little teeny pound of butter here versus this big bag of feathers. You get rid of this fat, you replace it with muscle, and then you've got this small, smooth area. And that's why you look leaner. When you lose fat and gain muscle, even though it weighs the same, you won't lose any weight, you will look better and you will often lose a size. Okay, chlorogenic acid, it comes from the green coffee bean extract. It's important to note, though, that it's less than 2% natural caffeine. So Plexus Slim has been compared to a decaf coffee. So I drink mine in the evening all the time. And I absolutely, when I was addicted to Diet Coke, I had Diet Coke until 3 o'clock. And then from 3 o'clock on, I had caffeine-free Diet Coke. I cannot have caffeine after 3 o'clock in the afternoon or I won't be able to sleep at night. I drink my Slim day and night without any problems at all going to sleep. It's more comparable to a cup of decaf coffee. The caffeine is very negligible. This chlorogenic acid lowers blood pressure, gets rid of excess blood sugar that stores fat. It is a great antioxidant. and it helps get rid of extra sugar in the bloodstream. So again, that's targeting blood sugar balancing. Garcinia cambogia fruit extract, that is on a lot of weight loss products, whether it's a natural or a pure form like Slim has or not. You know, you'll see it all the time at Walmart. Cambogia, lose weight with Cambogia. Garcinia cambogia. Dr. Oz says take Garcinia cambogia. It does help in weight loss. It helps in feeling satisfied. I cannot say that word either. It helps in feeling satisfied. Alpha lipoic acid, it's a powerful antioxidant. I did not know this until I just listened to another teaching on Slim, that this alpha lipoic acid is an antioxidant that awakens other antioxidants. It is the only antioxidant that wakes up other ones and causes them to work better. It breaks down free radicals, and it is a pain reliever and anti-inflammatory. So that's why even people who do not take, like I sometimes take Nerve for restless leg syndrome. Sometimes my husband will take Ease, and I've taken Ease when I hurt my neck doing push-ups for pain relief and inflammation. And then this is why this alpha lipoic acid is why many people who do not even take Slim, do not even take Ease or Nerve yet, will still have pain relief and inflammation relief just by taking Slim. That's why I'm trying to get my husband to always take his 2 a day because he has some knee problems. So anyway, that is our lesson on Slim. There are other ingredients in Slim, and let me take you back here to your PASS hub, if you will. And remember, we have these appendices. So let's go down here to the PASS home. There we go, Plexus Ambassador Success Goal homepage. And on the homepage, we have the table of contents here listed now. So this is really handy. And you can see the appendices. Okay, Appendix A are graphics. We're going to talk about one of those in just a minute here. Appendix B is the Plexus products ingredients list. The complete, all 15 Plexus products, all of their ingredients and what they do is available at that Appendix B. It's also available in the document section. But it looks like this. It's really nice and handy because it tells what the product does and it tells what the ingredients are, what the product does and what the ingredients are. That is also similar to your cards that you received in your Plexus Success Kit, right? Where it has I guess it doesn't have ingredients on here. It has what the product does and then some talking points on the back. These are fantastic to use too, but the Plexus products ingredients list that we've created for you here at Donna's Plexus Peeps, it is such that you can print it off, give it to your person can take it to the doctor for whatever products he or she wants to check on. I've had that happen quite a bit with customers who took the list to their doctor if they were on other medications, and especially people who are on like blood pressure medication and heart medication and things like that. You want to encourage them to get this approved from their doctors. I know we can't necessarily recommend it for pregnant women or nursing women or whatever, but normally a pregnant woman or nursing woman will take that to her OBGYN, and I've never heard of it not getting cleared. The only thing that a concern is if your customer would take it to her OBGYN is the term Plexus Slim. I've had customers who said their OBGYN said, no, you don't want to take a weight loss product. Okay, so it's important to take the ingredient list. This is what it contains. It's a body balancer. So anyway, that is there for you, the Plexus products ingredient list. Okay, that's in one of the appendixes. All right, we are going to move in for our last 10 or 15 minutes into chapter 4, which is about the compensation plan. Again, we're going to do this every week because what I really want is for you to be completely comfortable getting into your back office. I want you to be able to come into here and come to your back office and say, I know how to get around, I know how to order, I know how to sign somebody up, and that kind of thing. And I can even find out how much money I make. So let's click on and go to chapter 4. I have such a bad cough that I'm so thirsty. My throat is sore. All right, so here we have the compensation plan. All right, we have some overviews right here. What it means to be silver, that's actually, we're going to use that later, but overview from the company. This is that 10-minute video that I just showed you in the Sip and See, the 2 videos that you might want to use from the company, the overview of the products, and then the overview of the compensation plan. This is a really great video because it's extremely professional. Let me just show you how to right click, open link in new tab. Okay, this is the one that is from the company. And so it doesn't have anybody doing any math. That's important when you're trying to share the opportunity with people. Yes, you want the math. You need to understand what we're going to talk about right now for the next 10 or 15 minutes. I need to understand it. And it's challenging to understand. But that's not what you want to send to people who might be interested in joining your team, who might want to become part of your business, who might want to have their own Plexus business. You don't want to send them a chart with the 11 ways that we are paid, explaining all 11 ways, right? So this is not playing on my computer right now, but I wasn't going to play it for you anyway, so let me just stop it. But that is the one called Learn to Earn. And again, I have the description of it. It's the overview from the company, 10 minutes, good to share with potential ambassadors. All right, so I'm trying to give you little tidbits to help you so that you don't have to watch every video under the sun to find it. Now this one is one with all the math. 9 Minutes of Math by one of the early Diamond ambassadors, Sonia Dudley. And she does a lot of training. A lot of people go many states away to hear her train in how to be a Plexus ambassador, in belief, mindset, so forth. This is her 9 minutes of explaining how we get paid. All right. Last week we started out here with the Plexus compensation plan video. Okay, we said the following. These are the tips from the video. So basically what I've done here is I have put the video here for you, and then the notes underneath it that go with that video. And then the next one is the next video, and the notes underneath that, and so forth. So you can watch the video and follow along your notes. You can also watch the video and get in your back office at the same time. So try to be doing the same things that she is doing on the video. I'm going to get you into your back office a little bit here too. But this is what we talked about last week. You have to know your login and password. Hopefully that was from week 1. Remember lesson 1, Zoom 1 had your login and password information. It also had how to get to the compensation plan summary chart. Now, we're not going to go to that gal's video right now because I'm pretty sure Jessica put it on here. She's so savvy. Yeah, she put it right here. So we'll just use this one right here for today. But the gal does have you going back into the back office and finding it in the library. You can do that too. I try to have everything for you here at the hub as much as possible. And the graphics are there for you to really help you too. Get rid of, I don't know how to, even when I go out of Facebook while I'm doing Zooms, it still pops up. Okay, so understand the compensation plan. First of all, you must know your login and password. We're paid 11 different ways, and your commissions, okay? When it comes to commissions, your commissions are on your preferred sales. So in other words, anybody who goes to your store and buys something from you as a preferred customer, as a retail customer. We talked about the 3 ways to buy. Retail, they pay full price, but they don't have an auto ship. Preferred, they get a better price, but they have an auto ship every month, so they would need to go and cancel it. And that's no problem to do that, and it's easy to do that. There's really no reason for anybody not to be a preferred over retail, because retail, you pay this exorbitant, a higher price. You pay a much higher price, right? And then preferred is such a good price. And then ambassador is the best price, right? And so there's no reason for somebody to pay this higher price for retail when you can just, somebody writing back to me who wants a sample, see? Preferred gets 60-day money back guarantee, and so does retail. So there's no reason to buy retail. Preferred is in the middle. That's the middle price. And as long as you help your customers, as long as they go in 2 or 3 days before their auto ship, they can cancel it, defer it, change it, put it out a month, add to it, take from it without any problems. Okay, so your commissions equal your preferred sales, your retail sales, and anything you buy. Okay, not what your ambassadors under you order, because that's towards them, right? And your commissions also, this all comes on the 15th of the next month. It's also your pay points, which we're going to talk about here in just a minute. And then, of course, any commissions on multi-packs that you might make and preferred customer bonuses. So we're going to talk about that in just a minute. All right, you're going to be paid on the 15th of the next month for your retail customers, your preferred customers, any bonuses, anything you buy, and any pay points from ambassadors. That's going to come on the 15th of the next month. Your commissions are 25% or 15%. Let's go to the graphics right here. Right here, this is retail commissions, and it is also preferred. So this is what you get whenever anybody buys, except for your ambassadors. So when your retail customer buys, your preferred customer buys, or you buy. Okay? The first $100 pays the people 7 levels above you, and then from then on, you get paid from $100 to $499, you get 15%. From $500 and up, you get 25%. When you have a preferred customer, though, and another benefit to you to having a preferred customer is that when you have a preferred customer, your preferred customer, you get a bonus for everything that person orders. So your commission really gets a lot higher than that because you get all of these bonuses. So when somebody comes along and orders a triplex, for example, a Plexus Slim, a ProBio 5, and a BioCleanse, you get a $20 bonus. So let's just do the math. Let's assume that you have 4 customers, and so you have $500 or more going through your back office. You're going to get 25% of 500, and which is, well, actually what's going to happen is you're going to have 500. The first 100 is going to go to pay 7 levels above you, and then you're going to get 25% on the 400 that's remaining. 25% of 400 is 100. And then you're going to get 4 of these. If you had 4 people order triplex, that's 80. So for that $400, you made $180. So you can see how preferred customer bonuses really start to add up quickly. So your commissions, right there, 15% or 25%. They are based on PV, personal volume. And that means how much you sold in product. And I'm going to show you that in your back office. That's not going to be as easy to do here. So we'll go in the back office for that. Commissions are paid only to ambassadors who have $100 go through your store. So you don't get any commission below $100. So above $100 you do. So this is where it gets a little bit confusing to some people because they think, well, I have to have $100. I have to order $100 every month to stay an ambassador. That is not true. To stay an ambassador, you only need to pay your $35 a year. That keeps you as an ambassador. But if you want to get commissions, you have to have at least $100 going through your store. All right, now we talked about this a little bit last week, and you can set up your backup order. You have to have a backup order in place of $100 or more. You can set up your backup order as conditional, which means that if anybody else orders from your store for $100, you won't get it. It's just in place just to make sure you're always commission qualified. Or you can set it as unconditional, which means you'll always get it, no matter what. It's not based on the condition of your order, of your PV, of your product value, personal volume, I mean. It's not based on your personal volume. Now, the reason for this is that some people set it for conditional, leave it there, knowing that they're going to have a customer that's going to order $100 or more, and they're going to go back in eventually and order their own product that month. So they know they're going to have more than $100 go through their store. They just put that in there as conditional just so they're always qualified in case anything would go wrong. And they're always going to be able to get all of their commissions and all of their pay points for their ambassadors and so forth. So they just set it up as conditional, knowing that they're going to go in and place their own order later on. And that order is never going to ship out to them. Or some people are just the opposite, and they say, I'm going to set my unconditional and I'm going to order all my product right then and there, so I don't have to worry about whether I got my $100 or not. I know it's already through there. So yes, to be an ambassador, you only need to pay your ambassador fee. But in order to get commissions, you have to have a backup order in place. That doesn't mean you have to order anything, it just means it has to be in place. If it's conditional and somebody else orders, a preferred customer, a retail customer, whatever, that's your $100 going through your store. That just qualifies you to get commissions on everything that you might have going through your store. This is not an issue once you have two or three or four customers. Then it's just not an issue. From then on, you're building, and it's no big deal. So I just recently changed mine to conditional. I just put mine at $100. I just put in a triplex. It's conditional. If nobody else ordered this whole month, I would get it. But I don't have to worry about it because I'm going to go in and order our products, and Ray ordered his products, and I have enough preferred customers, so I don't even worry about it. But you have to have something set up, whether it's conditional or unconditional, it doesn't matter. All right, we're going to dig into the back office. This is more about the retail commissions on retail customers and preferred customers. That is section B. So we're going to actually go into the back office and tackle this right now in the last few minutes. So let's start out with how you know where you're going, how you know what where you're going to your store. Remember, when you want somebody to order from you, you send them your store link. shopmyplexus/Donna Reish / That's mine. You send them yours. Okay, you're going to send them your store link. Here's mine right here. shopmyplexus.com Donna Reish / Donna Reish. Okay. I have a lot of tabs open at the top right now to show you everything, so it's a little bit slow. All right, so if you have somebody who wants to join or somebody who wants to shop, either as a preferred or a retail, or they want to join as one of your ambassadors, you send them this link, shopmyplexus.com / whatever your username is right there. Okay, don't log in and send it to them because that's your back office. That's not for them. They're going to get their own back office if they're a preferred customer or if they're an ambassador, their own place to go in and manipulate their orders and things. Preferred customers have a back office in that they can go in and add products, order anytime they want, take away products, defer their auto ship and so forth. Ambassadors have a back office in that they can do all that, plus people can order from them. So that, my internet connection is unstable. That's not good. So anyway, that's where you want to send them. You're going to log in. So hopefully my internet connection will last for this. If it doesn't, then all right. I'm going to come here and log in. And you have to know and this is why in week 1, lesson 1, I had that sheet where you needed to fill it in and put all your details, all of your vital information. So here I am, Donna Reish, and that's my password. It's a big secret. Shh. All right, I'm going to log in. And it's August 1st. I probably don't have any sales yet. Let me see. Oh, I do. Somebody ordered something. Okay. So anyway, this is your back office. This is your ambassador number. Okay. Remember, you need to send that to people. Another way, you can send them your link, and then when they go into your store, then they click shop. They'll be right in your store already. Or you can just send them to Plexus Worldwide and give them your ambassador number, and they can type it in manually. Either way, I like to send my links so they don't have to worry about the number. But if they just go into shop, if they just go to Plexus Worldwide, there's also a place to put the ambassador that they want to order under, the ambassador number, or else that they want to join under. Okay, so here we have your back office. Let's talk about your auto ship order a little bit more carefully here with where you're at when you're in your back office. Okay, we're going to click on shopping. We're going to bring the drop down. Sorry about that. Bring the drop down and choose backup orders. All right. So manage backup orders. I'm going to hit edit just so that I can show you. If you don't have one yet, it'll allow you to set one up. But if you're an ambassador, you probably have one already. So here's my backup order. I'm going to agree to the policy. I'm going to continue. And here is what my backup order is. It is conditional. That means that it won't go out at all. If there's $100 through my store, either from me ordering on a non-backup order, I always just place another order every month, or through any of my preferred customers getting up to $100. It only ships if I don't have $100 going through my back office. That's what conditional means. Okay, I have mine set for the 20th of each month. That way I have enough time for my other customers to order, and I place my order and so forth. But these edit bars here will let you change that from conditional to unconditional. It'll let you come over here and change your, sorry about that, I don't know how to get rid of that. It will let you change your date of when you want, or it'll let you cancel it. And see, that's why it's not a big deal at all for your preferred customers. They'll have this option too. All right. So here's all my vital info. There's my credit card. That's not too good for you to see. Okay. It doesn't matter. You don't know the whole thing. All right. Backup order. That's what it is. And this is the difference in the PV. Okay. Look, this is when it says you have to have $100 in PV and that your commissions are based on your PV. That's personal volume. The price of the triplex, which is backup order option 9, the price of the triplex is $109.95. I get commissions on $101 of that. So the other $8.95 goes to Plexus. So that is why when somebody orders a triplex, or when I order a triplex myself, once I have $100, the first $100 goes to 7 levels above me. But above $100, when I order my triplex, it costs me $110, but I only get commissions on $101. Okay, so this is a personal volume that we're talking about. When we say $100 to $499 is 15% commissions on PV. That's $100 up to $499 PV. So that's not this column here. That's this column here. All right, that's what it means when it says PV. It's personal volume. all right? Then if my personal volume for the month is between $500 and up, then I get 25% commission on that. So that's why there's a graphic in the graphics appendix, as well as in the graphics at the blog, that shows you that if you have $450 in orders on the 25th of the month, you're going to get back your $50 plus more. If you order $50 more worth of stuff, bump yourself up to $500. You'll move into the 25% commission, and you'll actually make back that $50 that you spent plus a little bit more. So you want to be sure to watch your total PV. That total PV is going to be shown here. I'm going to act like I'm updating it. Maybe. Said my internet was a little slow. Okay, so here we are. Now back to your dashboard. Dashboard is just where you're going to see your general information. This is where you can tell right off the bat how many points you have so far that month. That has to do with how many ambassadors you have under you. We'll talk about that another time. But this right here is your PV. This shows you that, shows me that somebody already ordered through my store, and it's almost $80 in PV. Okay, this green backup order tells me that I'm in good shape to get commissions. I got my $100 in place. So that is where I want to leave you tonight, because I don't want to do too much at one time on the back office. I want you to be comfortable. I want you to be able to get into your back office and to be able to go into your back office, to be able to manipulate it, to be able to get around, and so forth. So if you can do what we've done so far, you can get into your back office, you can change your backup order, you can see what your PV is for the month so far, you can see if your backup order is in place so that you're commission qualified, then you are doing great. You're starting off great and using your back office way better than I did the first couple months. I was so afraid to go into my back office that my husband had to help me. And he had to sit down with me after a couple months. He was like, we have to figure this out. So we sat down, and I was kind of freaked out by it. So anyway, but you won't have to be, because thanks to this Zoom training, we have screen sharing. So that makes it super, super nice. So anyway, that is the end of Zoom lesson 3. So again, we're going to jump around in chapters, different chapters, based on what that week's lesson is. We will always dig into chapter 3 about the products. We'll always dig into chapter 4 about commissions. And we'll probably always dig into the appendices a little bit too. All the videos are available here. See how that looks. So you can go back and do past ones that you might have missed, or rewatch anything. Also, keep in mind that every chapter, there's chapter 1, it shows what, lesson 1, Zoom training 1, it shows what we went through a little bit there, little highlights of it. Zoom training 2 shows the highlights of that. There's my wet swimming here. I always do this right after aqua aerobics. So, so that's good, because then you can get back in and redo those trainings. Also keep in mind that every chapter of, let me get back into here, every chapter and every lesson within the chapter has a lot of links, videos, blog posts, back office information for you to go in and learn more. So you can really be getting an education every day of the week as you're learning to be a Plexus ambassador. So thank you so much for joining me, and hopefully I will see you on the next Zoom.